Welcome to another episode of Fish Bytes presented by Explore the Ocean World Oceanarium. My name's Ellen Goethel, and this next episode is about snow crabs. Now, we talked about the intertidal zone and animals that live along the coast. Now we're going to be talking about the deeper water animals that live in the midnight zone or the twilight zone. So this animal that I'm going to show you today is called a snow crab. Snow crabs, scientific name, genus, and species are Oceanarium Opilio. They're in the phylum Arthropoda, a subphylum Crustacea, they're crabs, order Decapoda, 10 appendages, just like the lobsters and the other crabs. But this one is a type of spider crab. And if you are an animal that lives in the deep ocean, you're going to have to withstand some different things. It's very deep. This animal lives between 70 feet at the very, very shallowest, down to 6,500 feet. And when they're mature, they live in the deepest parts of the ocean, and that's where they breed. If you're living in that deep water, you have to withstand some really extreme things. It's very cold. The temperature never changes, so it stays constant, right about around freezing. 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees centigrade. They can even go to -1 degree. So that's very cold. Their body temperature cannot change rapidly the way the intertidal animals do. They also have to withstand complete darkness. There is no light, so these animals have to be able to either see in the dark or live without sight. And it's also a lot of pressure. The pressure is incredible the deeper you go, and so they have to withstand incredible pressure. So this is a snow crab. There's the underside. This is a male. You can see by the tail, all crabs have tails, and this has a narrow tail. The males have a narrow tail. Females have a big wide tail because they hold their eggs underneath. You see he has nice long pincers, and they're not the same as normal crabs. More normal crabs have crushers and ripping claws. These animals live in the mud or the sand, and they eat animals that live in the mud and the sand. Soft-bodied animals like shrimp, zooplankton, phytoplankton. They also eat worms and small fish. So they have to just rip things apart. Now they don't see very well. You can see he's trying to put something in his mouth, and that's not happening. Their mouth is here. They have over 50 mouth parts called mandibles, as all crustaceans do, and they have their claws to rip and tear the same as our teeth. This animal has huge eyes. Let's see if we can see his eyes. Right here. Now they're deep inside of his carapace because it's very light, but when I put him down in the water and it's darker, they pop right out and they can see in the dark. So they have huge eyes to see in the dark. Now they also have a flattened body. It's very good in pressure. And they have long, long legs, which they use down to step on, that look just like spider legs. So there you go. There's the underside. There's the ventral side, the dorsal side. And he's trying to get me. Those claws are pretty strong. The males are much larger than the females, and they protect the females when they're mating. The females carry their eggs under their tail internally and externally for 2 years, just about 2 years, and they are pregnant for 2 years. They lay between up to 160,000 eggs at a time. They molt once every 2 years. So the animals mate after they molt, and I said molting is when an animal that has an exoskeleton cracks open and crawls out, leaving behind the entire outside layer of their skeleton, which is called their carapace, and it's called an exoskeleton. Once they do that, they blow them. They're very soft and very vulnerable. Anything could eat them. So the males protect the females when they molt and from any other predators. And then once they come out of their skeleton, the males will help the females pull out of their exoskeleton. Then they blow themselves up full of water like a water balloon and stretch out their skin. And then their body gives off a chemical called a hormone, and it turns their outside layer of skin hard and turns it into a new exoskeleton with a lot of room to grow. Now these animals are also iridescent. If you look at him in the right light, you can see that they sparkle. And that is a really good adaptation if you're living in deep water where there's very little light. Any light that occurs, whether it's bioluminescence from another animal or actual light from the sun, will bounce off and they will be able to see each other. So this is the Atlantic snow crab. Most adults have eaten them. They taste delicious. They only harvest the males. They leave the females to lay their eggs. And again, they're very deep water, so there's not a real market for them, commercial fishery for them in the United States. Most of them are caught off of eastern Canada, but they live for 12 to 15 years, and they are really amazing animals. So again, we're going to put him down in the water. If you'd like more information on the snow crab or any of the animals that we see, please watch the videos on YouTube at Explore the Ocean World Oceanarium, Fish Bytes, Oceanarium Fish Bytes. Email me at exploretheoceanworld@hotmail.com or visit my Facebook page, which is Explore the Ocean World LLC. Until next time, this is Fish Bytes from Explore the Ocean World Oceanarium. Bye.